Welcome to jQuery Essentials Section 2, Selectors and Filters. In this section, we will take a deeper look at jQuery selectors, basic filters, attributes and other filters, traversing the document, and forms. The selector is the main tool for selecting or querying the DOM for elements. The syntax is the selector, surrounded by quotation marks, surrounded by parens, and preceded by a $sign. Note that throughout this section we have added whitespace to make viewing details easier. The all selector is the wildcard character, the asterisk. The all selector selects all elements from the DOM. The class selector selects all elements with that class attribute, in this example, class 1. The element selector selects all elements with that tag name, in this example, all divs are selected. The ID selector selects a single element with that ID attribute. Multiple selectors can combine specific selectors such as div, paragraph, class 1, and so forth. Let's take a look at the jQuery homepage again. Click on the documentation link to get to the API. If you want to look up the syntax of a selector or filter, or simply want ideas for using interesting combinations of selectors, there are examples for selectors and filters in the API. Scroll down the menu on the left side to Selectors. Let's click on the link to the Basic Selector page. Here you see the 5 basic selectors. Click on any one to see syntax and examples. Let's click the Multiple Selector link. Note the syntax definition at the top with a definition of each parameter. Examples follow beneath. The examples offer ideas for new uses of the selector. Look through carefully, making sure that you understand the code. The API also offers ideas and syntax definitions for other selectors and filters, and it should be the first place you look if you have a question. Let's see a few examples in the browser. Using the Web Inspector, we can see that the base page does not have any jQuery code yet. There are 2 classes, Class 2 and Class 3, in the style tag, and in the HTML, all the divs have Class 2. The first example uses div1, div5, and div9 as the selectors, and calls the add class 3 and remove class 2 functions. Note that the first div, the 5th div, and the 9th div have class 3. The render page shows the style changes. The next example has the class selector, class 2. Prior to the page load, all the divs had class 2. After the page load, jQuery added class 3 and removed class 2. The render page shows the style change. The final example is a warning. If the selector is not chosen wisely, you may get an unwanted result. Here, the remove function was called on the jQuery object with the all selector. The entire HTML was removed. In the next video, we will look at basic filters. Filters are a selector refinement.